1, 2, 3, now.
What man dost thou dig it for? For no man, sir. What woman then? For none neither. Who is to be buried in it? One that was a man, a woman, sir, but rest her soul, she's dead. How absolute the knave is! We must speak by the card, or equivocation will undo us. By the Lord, Horatio, these 3 years I have took note of it. The age is grown, so picked that the toe of the peasant comes so near the heel of the courtier. He galls his card. How long hast thou been a grave maker? Of all the days in the year, I come to it that day that our last king Hamlet overcame Fortinbras. How long is that since? Cannot you tell that? Every fool can tell that. It was that very day that young Hamlet was born. He that is mad and sinning to England. Aye, marry, why was he sent to England? Why, because he was mad. He shall recover his wits there, or if he do not, 'tis no great matter there. Why? 'Twill not be seen in him there. There the men are as mad as he. How came he mad? How strangely, they say. How strangely. Faith, e'en with losing his wit. Upon what ground? Why, here in Denmark. I have been sexton here, man, boy, 30 years. How long will a man lie in the earth ere he rot? Faith, if a be not rotten before he die, as we have many porky courses nowadays, that will scarce hold the laying in. It will last you some 8 or 9 year. A tanner will last 9 year. Why he more than another? Why, sir, his hide is so tanned that his trade that will keep out water a great while. And your water is the sore decarer of your horse in dead body. Here's the skull. Now hath lain you in the earth 23 years. Whose was it? A horse on. Mad fellows it was. Who do you think it was? Nay, I know not. A pestilence on him for a mad rogue. I poured a flagon of Rhenish on my head once. This same skull, sir, was Sir Yorick's skull, the king's jester. This? E'en that. Alas, poor Yorick. I knew him, Horatio, a fellow of infinite jest, of most excellent fancy. He hath borne me on his back 1,000 times, and now how abhorred in my imagination it is. My gorg rises at it. Here hung those lips that I have kissed, I know not have what. Here be your guides now, your gambols, your songs, your flashes of merriment, that were wont set the table on a roar. Not one now to mock your own grinning, white chap fallen. Now get you to my lady's chamber, and tell her, let her paint an inch thick. To this favour, she must come. Make her laugh at that. Prithee, Horatio, tell me one thing. What's that, my lord? Dost thou think Alexander looked of this fashion in the earth? Even so. And spelt so! Even so, my lord. To what base uses mine we may return, Horatio? Why not imagination trace the noble dust of Alexander, till a friend to find it stopping a bunghole? 'Twere to consider too curiously to consider so. No faith, not a rot, not to follow him thither, with modesty enough, and likelihood to lead it. Alexander died. Alexander was buried. Alexander returned to dust. why of that loan whereto he was converted? Might they not stop a beer barrel? Imperious Caesar, dead and turned to clay, might stop a hole to keep the wind away.